The Max L1 does a lot. It plays with a lot of different equipment, whether that's hardware, cameras, and document scanners, your laptop content, but also cloud solutions such as LMS, video management services. We try to make it work as much as possible with as many different devices as possible and to do as many different things as possible, all in the one box. And that is what it is. It's a one-box solution. So I can't discuss everything that it does today. What I will do is focus on 4 key features that I hope you will be interested in. So the first one, interactive switcher. The second one, recording, streaming, and uploading, all very important, all work quite nicely together. The third one is playback. And then the fourth, remote classroom. So those are the 4 key features that I'm going to talk about today. So the first of these, interactive switcher. This allows you to take a variety of input sources of all different varieties and to seamlessly switch between them during a lecture, during a lesson, during a presentation. So for example, at the moment, you can see, you'll have to bear with me. What we've got up there is a stream that you could view, for example, on YouTube. What we've got here is the lecture that you would see in the classroom. So I know it's a little bit hard, but if you can try and focus on the small board, you might get a bit of a better idea of what I'm doing. So the interactive switcher allows us to switch the content from different sources. At the moment, it's showing good old faithful PowerPoint presentation from my laptop. If we touch a button, we get an on-screen menu. We can choose a different input. This is our tracking camera on the table down the front here. Touch a button again. And now we're on another camera. This is showing Classroom 1. Everybody this side of the room, congratulations, you're now students again, Classroom 1. Don't worry, not to be left out, you're Classroom 2. You'll get introduced to the lecture later on. So as simple as that, interactive switcher. You can have any form of HDMI input. At the moment, its laptop is connected by HDMI. We could have a document scanner. We could have a microscope. If it's got an HDMI output, pretty much it will go in here. But you can also connect your cameras. So they can be HDMI cameras, or you can connect them as network cameras, IP cameras, or you can connect them as SDI cameras. There's a few bells and whistles as well. We can actually stream a video from our smartphone to the Max L1 and have it displayed. So, yeah, can you switch to channel 3 and disable yours? So in fact, at the moment, we've got Pete's laptop is streaming its content to the Max L1 in Classroom 2. But if Pete disables that, there you go. Everybody's got one of these in their pocket. And it's a nice, cheap camera that tells you that your battery's running low. Brilliant timing. If you want to take your lecture outside, maybe you're doing a sociology lecture, you want to ask students in the canteen what they feel, you can film it with this. Or you're doing a biology lecture. You're doing I want to say autopsy, what's the correct word? You're doing a dissection on say some lungs. You can zoom in, get up close, show the detail to the customer, to the student.
It's Wi-Fi, right?
Yes, that's by Wi-Fi. So you need to stay on the Wi-Fi network that you're using. Don't try and use that one via the internet. So that's interactive switching. Our second feature recording, streaming, uploading. Everything we're doing now, we're recording. I'm really lazy. I don't want to make a video to advertise this product. So we're making the video today. Kill two birds with one stone, take tomorrow off. When we record into an internal hard drive, but then we can also have the box configured so that immediately as you finish recording, that lecture is then uploaded to maybe your school server. You could upload it, I think, to a web service as well. When we record a variety of different inputs. You've seen we've been operating on 3 different channels for our main content and our 2 cameras. We have the option to record each of those 3 channels independently and also our mixed output that shows all 3 images side by side. This is really nice if you want to do some advanced editing work on your lecture afterwards. You can use software to get a really professional edited product before you upload it, if you choose. If you want it just to go, do it live, do it as it is, record it how we've done it, and upload it as that, you can do that too, whichever works for you. We have streaming. So actually what you're seeing here is the lesson that I am giving to our classroom is being streamed over the network. It's then being viewed in a media player on the laptop, which is then connected to the projector. So that's why we've got the slight delay. That's from network latency. It's not doing too badly today. I think it's 2 or 3 seconds. But likewise, you can stream to YouTube, to Ustream, to Twitch. I don't know, I don't think we have too many gamers amongst us, but I am. And the first thing I did when I tried to use this box was say, well, can we stream to Twitch? And it turns out you can. No change is required. Everything, the box is designed to be able to work with, in theory, any streaming service. Typically, they work the same kind of way. And then, of course, we've got uploading. So whatever we've stored in the hard drive, we can upload to a web server so people can then view it at their own leisure. We actually have, between the streaming and the uploading, 2 ways for students to access content after the lecture. Streaming lets them do it live, but if you stream, for example, to a service like YouTube, then you can have that stream available there as a recording as long as you want. And again, the stream and the upload, they take our main content from our main whiteboard, but they also take the camera feeds. And we can change how we lay those out. So if you don't like freeways, maybe you can try split screen. We don't like Classroom 1 anymore. Let's see if we can get rid of them. So it's all about me and my presentation. Or if you're not that keen on me, make me smaller. I don't mind. And all of that, all of this functionality here, everything you need to control the Max L1 and to use your interactive lecture, to have your streaming, your recording, uploading, it can all be handled from this one menu bar on the interactive whiteboard. So the teacher can control the box as much as they need to just from this simple menu. The third feature is playback. This gives you the option to, as I say, at the moment, obviously we're recording. We can take that content and we can replay it live. So I can show you what I talked about 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, or I can show you recorded content that that I've copied onto the hard drive at another time. So for example, you can have a video that you source anywhere else, store that on the box, and you can play that during the lecture. Or if you've got, let's go physics this time. You've just done a physics experiment. You want to talk about that experiment in more detail. So you perform the experiment and you record it all, and then you replay it. And that can be playing on the screen whilst, or I should say on this screen, while still talking about it. So we can play the same content that we've just talked about. But the key thing to remember here is we are still recording. So we can replay content from a few minutes ago, from a few hours ago, from previously prepared content, and all the while still recording. So it's all still there available in the upload. It's all still there available in the stream. And then the last big feature, and this is a biggie, is remote classroom. Now, everything that I've described takes place within this one box here. What if we had a second box? What if we had a second box in a second classroom? Now, this can be next door. This can be in a different building. This can be in a different country. But having two Max L1s together allows us to have a fully interactive remote classroom. All the functionality we've just seen shared across two classrooms. Now imagine how you could use this. You could use this as a teacher in one country and a class in another. You can use it as a class here, but this room isn't big enough, so an overflow class. So if we dial in class 2, so we have different options. Just as we can switch between the content that we're displaying on the screen, we can switch between how we view our interactive session with the other classroom. What we've got here is our main HDMI input, again, the laptop, the PowerPoint presentation, and we've got an HDMI input from Classroom 2, which actually in their case is a tracking camera that has been following Pete around all day. But we have a lot of choices. We can go for our camera and their camera. We can go for make it all about them. So now we've got, again, this is their camera, their main camera. Could be document scanner, could be any HDMI device. And then picture-in-picture showing Classroom 2. I told you we would include you eventually. But all of this, as I say, you don't lose any functionality. If I want to replay a video here that we recorded earlier today, or 5 minutes ago during this presentation, we can replay it for both classrooms simultaneously. Or we can throw up one nice big document, and both classrooms can work on the same document together. We can annotate the same document together. And I should say, I forget this every time, these little squiggles, these annotations that I'm doing, all of this, obviously it's streamed, it's all recorded, it's all uploaded. So I can annotate our content here, and Classroom 2, they can reply.